Donald Trump says he's asked the U.S. Defense Department to prepare for potential military action in Nigeria. The U.S. president says it's because Nigeria's government is failing to stop what he calls the persecution of Christians. In a social media post, Trump said the U.S. is immediately stopping all aid and assistance to Nigeria. He went on to say he was instructing the military to prepare for possible action. Nigeria has denied the allegations. Well, DW's Misha Komadovsky has more on Trump's threat.
Well, President Trump has issued a message to the Nigerian authorities, and let me quote it in full. If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns a-blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast, end of quote. And now, let's break it down. President Trump didn't specify which Islamic terrorist he meant. Boko Haram is the most well-known and historically deadly Islamist group in Nigeria. It's part of a wider network of extremist movements. The main jihadist group in the region today is the Islamic State West Africa province, which both the United States and the United Nations classify as a foreign terrorist organization. The United States has never carried out a large-scale or formal combat deployment, boots on the ground in Nigeria. U.S. involvement has been limited to, say, training, intelligence sharing, and counterterrorism support in coordination with the Nigerian government. So what led to Trump's warning here? The U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom recently urged Washington to label Nigeria a country of particular concern in 2025 due to ongoing persecution of both Christians and Muslims. A bill was also introduced in the Senate to sanction Nigerian officials accused of enabling violence against Christians specifically. Notably, President Trump post refers to our cherished Christians, even though the United States is not officially a Christian nation. Nigeria's religious conflict is complex. Both Christians and Muslims suffer violence, though the dynamics differ by region. The north is predominantly Muslim, while the south is largely Christian. Meanwhile, Amnesty International says Nigerian authorities have failed to protect citizens from daily armed attacks, leading to thousands and thousands of deaths and a growing humanitarian crisis in the north. Its investigation found that over 10,000 people have been killed in specifically armed attacks of all kinds, not just religion-based, across several states since the current government took power.
Okay, so certainly a complicated issue there. But in terms of policy, how is this getting along with Donald Trump's self-image as a peacemaker?
Well, Trump's 2024 campaign promise, if we remember, was explicitly about avoiding new wars, saying he would stop wars, not start them. But in his post about Nigeria, he threatens to send U.S. forces guns a-blazing. That's important, and even orders the Department of War to prepare for possible action. How large will this action be? We don't know yet, but he describes a possible attack as fast, vicious, and sweet.
Yeah, so potentially some contradictions there. But nevertheless, Nigeria is denying these allegations that Christians have been massacred. So, I mean, what kind of impact will the halt in U.S. aid have on Nigerians? I mean, how much aid is the U.S. actually even sending to Nigeria right now?
Well, the U.S. is by far the largest bilateral donor, contributing over $1 billion to Nigeria annually. In September this year, Washington approved $32.5 million in direct humanitarian assistance to Nigeria to help address hunger among internally displaced persons. Roughly, health and humanitarian aid, if we take a look at the statistics, make up the largest portion here, followed by security-related support. And if the United States stopped aid to Nigeria, millions could potentially lose access to HIV treatment, to vaccinations, to food assistance, especially in conflict-related areas.
Okay, well, that's DW's Misha Komadovsky in Washington. Thank you so much for your insights there.